Namaste, dear friends. I'm Meet Shukla, and welcome to Balmurti Online, an initiative managed by the Unified Growth Foundation. Today's episode, the role of parents in a child's upbringing, is based on Balakona Vikasma Valiono Fado by Naresh Damor. It's a thoughtful reflection on how different parenting styles, from overcaring to overdaring, can affect a child's growth and how finding a balanced approach can help children truly flourish. Let's have a look.
Namaste and a very warm welcome back to New Pages. I'm your host, Meet.
And I'm Shweta. It's so good to be here. Last time, Meet, we discussed that beautiful article about a child's unlimited potential.
Right.
And today, we have a piece that feels like the next chapter in that conversation.
It absolutely does. This one is called The Role of Parents in a Child's Upbringing by Naresh Damor. And it dives deep into the how. How do we as parents, as guardians, actually help that potential flourish?
And it starts with such beautiful imagery, doesn't it? It says a mother's affection is serene, constant, and deep, while a father's care has the strength of a mountain.
Wow.
But the author quickly moves from the poetry to the reality. He argues that this immense love can sometimes lead us down two very different but equally challenging paths.
Yes, he classifies them so clearly, the overcaring parent and the overdaring parent.
Yeah.
Shweta, let's talk about the first one, the overcaring parent. It feels very familiar in today's world.
Oh, completely. This is the parent who, with the best intentions and a heart full of love, smooths every part for their child. They are the ones doing the homework to reduce stress, building the science project themselves to ensure it's perfect.
Essentially, they wrap the child in cotton wool.
Exactly.
The article points out that this kind of excessive affection creates an unhealthy dependency. The child simply doesn't get a chance to build their own confidence or learn practical life skills.
And that's the tragedy of it. The intention is to protect, but the outcome is a child who is hesitant, unsure, and unable to cope with struggles later in life.
You're trying to help them win, but you're not letting them learn how to even run the race.
Exactly. And then the author presents the polar opposite, the overdaring parent.
It really was. He connects this style more to rural or poverty-stricken backgrounds, where survival is the main focus.
Okay.
Here, children are expected to be little adults, managing the household, cooking meals, raising their younger siblings while the parents are out working.
The parents are not uninvolved out of a lack of love, but out of sheer exhaustion and necessity.
Right. But the result is a childhood without that nurturing conversation, without that emotional warmth. The child is left to fend for themselves emotionally.
So one child is smothered with attention and the other is starved of it.
Wow.
The article makes it so clear that both are suffering, just in different ways. A child from an overdaring home might have incredible hidden talents, but without a parent to notice and say, "Wow, you sing so beautifully," that talent never gets a chance to shine.
It remains hidden.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the solution the author proposes. A middle path, a balanced model. He says parents should be their child's cheerleader. I love that.
It's a perfect phrase. A cheerleader encourages you from the sidelines. They don't run the race for you. And this brings us back to what might be the most common parenting mistake, which the author is desperate for us to stop: the culture of comparison.
Oh, yes, the dreaded, "Why can't you be more like your cousin?"
Yup.
Or the ultimate classic, "Why can't you score like Sharma ji's son?"
Exactly. It's a poison. The article pleads with us to understand that every child is unique. If you try to force an artist to become a lawyer, you don't get a good lawyer. You just lose a great artist. The final words are so simple and yet so profound. Let them bloom in their own way.
It's a powerful reminder that our role isn't to mold them into our own image, but to provide the right conditions for them to discover who they already are.
Well said. The article ends with a beautiful, almost poetic blessing for children, which feels like a lovely note to end on.
It does indeed. It's a call for a more mindful, more empathetic approach to parenting.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Reflecting on your own upbringing or what you see around you, which of these two styles, overcaring or overdaring, do you think is more common today, and what is one small step we can take to find a better balance?
Thank you so much for watching the role of parents in a child's upbringing. This piece invites us to think about the kind of support and space we give to our children to grow. In your view, what's one small change parents can make to better balance care and independence? Share your ideas in the comments so we can learn from each other's experiences. Like, share and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, listen on Spotify, and visit our website for more such meaningful conversations. Namaskar.